How's it going, everybody? Did you miss us? Well, here we are. Welcome to HorrorBuzz Live, where we bring you the latest news and information from the horror world. And if you are playing and keeping score at home, yes, we are still recuperating from Midsummer Scream. If you like the show tonight, please like and subscribe it on Facebook, on YouTube, um, and also please follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Patreon. And of course, visit the site. Tonight we have a huge show. I'm telling you right now, I am dragging. Um, and we'll get to that in a minute because Midsummer Scream was great. Also, shout out to Lisa and Ken. I'm wearing my very old school HorrorBuzz staff shirt that Zombie keeps trying to get, but he cannot. So also, another programming note, we are going to be having Kelton Jones and S.H. Stewart here to talk about their films uh, of the Devil and Dryland, respectively. And tonight, Lindsay had to send in her segment. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cover Lindsay's segment right away. And then we're going to bring in Eric and Amantha, who helped run the Screaming Room. And we're going to go from there. All right, guys? So, without further ado, here's our beloved Lindsay.
Hello, my spooky friends. I am sorry I am not there with you. I wish I could be, but I am there in spirit. And I wanted to make sure that you could still get the what's what and the 411 and all of that on all of the spooky happenings because we are inching closer to spooky season. The fog is rolling in, and we are getting more and more excited as more and more events start to show up. So let's start with some movies. We've got 3 that are coming out this Friday. First up on the list, we have Day Shift. This is about a hardworking dad who's just trying to provide a decent life for his daughter, and his mundane San Fernando Valley pool cleaning job is just a front for his real source of income, which is hunting and killing vampires. This is called Day Shift, and it stars Jamie Foxx, and you can find this on Netflix. Also coming to theaters this Friday, we have Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. This is about a group of super rich 20-somethings having a hurricane party at a remote family mansion, and as they start to party and things get underway, the games turn very deadly very quickly, and it's a fresh and funny look at backstabbing and fake friends, frenemies, and one party that's gone very, very wrong. So if you're interested in a dark comedy, that's Bodies, 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 and it's coming to theaters this Friday. Also coming to theaters, we have Fall. This follows 2 friends, Becky and Hunter, and they are adrenaline junkies, always looking to push the limits and seek new heights. And heights they find as they climb a 2,000-foot remote radio tower. And then, all of a sudden, they cannot seem to find a way down. So these 2 will have to test their climbing abilities and push those abilities to the limits, and they'll have to face the elements, a lack of supplies, and some vertigo-inducing heights. So if you're interested in survival horror, that's Fall, and that's coming to theaters this Friday. Let's move on to some events. Not Scary Farm is looking to fill out the rest of their team for the haunt season. So if you're not interested in scaring, but you still want to be in the spooky environment, they are holding a hiring fair, and they are looking for blackouts and for guest control positions starting Friday, August 12th. They'll be hosting a hiring fair. So you have to be 18 or older, but if you're interested, you can visit knots.com for more info and to fill out an application. Knott's has also announced which shows are returning to Scary Farm this year. So we have Carnival Do Grotesque, we have Conjurer's Dark Magic, Puppet Up Uncensored, of course, a fan favorite, and Into the Fog, a Scary Farm tribute art show. Scary Farm is running select nights from September 22nd until October 31st, and tickets officially go on sale August 15th. So if you're thinking about going, get ready to buy those tickets because I'm sure tickets for things like Scary Farm or Halloween Horror Nights, they will probably go very quickly on the desired dates, so the weekends. So be prepared. Pick your dates early and get ready for when those tickets go on sale. We also have Carnival. This is put on by Spooksy Boo Events. I've mentioned this a couple times. We're inching closer to September, so I want to put this on your radars now. It's happening every weekend in October and the last day of September. It's running from September 30th to October 30th. It runs on Fridays from 4 to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 1 to 9 p.m., and Sundays from 1 to 9 p.m. It's going to be taking place at the Garden Walk, which is in Anaheim, right next to Disneyland. And they'll be featuring vendors, food, photo ops, family-friendly entertainment, musicians, live entertainment, you name it, they've got it. There's going to be a cute little pumpkin patch where you can pick out a pumpkin. There's going to be goodie bags available for purchase if you want to get some tricks and treats a little early. You can register for tickets. They are completely free, but you do have to register. In the era of COVID and flu season, they are trying to be compliant and capacity aware just because the venue is kind of small. So if you're interested, you can go to spooksybooevents.com. I believe there's a few more vendor spaces left. If you're interested, if you are a vendor and you have some spooky goods that you'd like to peddle, you can go on their website at spooksybooevents.com and fill out an application there. I've mentioned these guys, I think, every HorrorBuzz Live for the past few months, and I'm going to keep mentioning them because they always put out such good stuff. I am talking about the Sugarmint Gallery. If you are not familiar with them, they are located in South Pasadena, and they are next to the notorious Halloween house, so where the 1978 film was filmed. And the art gallery is next door, and it is walking distance from many of the filming locations. And every year they do a Welcome to Haddonfield exhibit, which is a tribute to Halloween. And when they're not doing that, they do all sorts of wonderful fun exhibits. And the exhibit that they're running right now is the Some Fun Now exhibit. And this is a tribute to all things Little Shop of Horrors in honor of the Broadway musical making its debut off-Broadway 40 years ago. They are celebrating the momentous occasion by running this eclectic art show that we know as Some Fun Now. And this is the final weekend of that show, so if you're interested, if you're a fan of Little Shop of Horrors, this is definitely the event for you. And they are celebrating the end of the exhibit by running the films. So August 12th, they'll be running the 1960s Roger Corman version from 8 to 10 p.m. You can bring your own chair, blankets, food, all that good stuff. And it's $15. That gets you access to the Some Fun Now exhibit, and then you get to go outside and post up and enjoy the film. And on Saturday, August 13th from 7 to 9 p.m., they'll be running the Rick Moranis, Ellen Green, Steve Martin version. And that day, they'll be running some Little Shop trivia followed by the film, and there is a prize for the trivia winner. So if you are a massive fan of Little Shop of Horrors and you think you got that trivia on lock, make sure you go and maybe you'll walk home with a prize. Of course, I need to mention HorrorBuzz Horror Movie Night. On August 19th, we'll be screening Alien. Everybody loves the 1979 Ridley Scott classic, and we will be having the best pre-show in the entire world. You'll never see a better pre-show than at a HorrorBuzz Horror Movie Night. We'll have themed cocktails, pumpkin prize pack, dum-dums, all sorts of fun that you cannot find anywhere else. And this is going to be at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana on August 19th at 7:30 p.m. And finally, we have Creep It Real OC. This is happening September 10th and 11th. On the 10th from 1 to 7 p.m. and on the 11th from 11 to 5 p.m. This is taking place at the Heritage Museum of Orange County. It's all ages, even pets are welcome. There's free parking, and tickets are available at creepitrealoc.com. It's an invitation for all lovers of the haunt and horror and Halloween community to come and honor the spirit of Halloween in Orange County. So there's going to be all sorts of local business owners peddling all their wonderful things, licensed merchandise, food, treats. There's going to be all sorts of live performances and more. So if you're interested in that, snag your tickets at creepitrealoc.com. Whew, it's quite the list. I could keep going, and I wish I could keep going, but we just don't have time for that. And I wish I was with you guys in person. Stay safe, stay spooky, and I know the show's not over yet, but I'll give you some fog hands now because it wouldn't be HorrorBuzz Live without them. See you guys next time.
Aw, we even got fog hands. Okay, well, yeah, as Lindsay stated, there's plenty coming up, plenty to see and do. Also, incidentally, I had to cut her video down because there was so much that StreamYard wouldn't take it. It was like the file was too big. So, okay, so just keep up, kids. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to get with Eric and Amantha Eric, Amanda, are you there? Are you there?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Very good. Welcome, man. We've had a crazy couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yes, we have.
Well,
the good crazy. It was the good
no,
crazy.
man. I gotta tell you, I think that was probably my favorite Midsummer Scream.
Yeah.
The swimming room was ridiculous. The booth was off the hook with Mr. He's disco skeleton. The drag show was insane. So we had a good one. But what was it like for you guys in the screening room?
Oh, it was fantastic.
I was going to say it was fantastic. We had, I think, one of the best framing room years ever. We had zero technical issues,
which is always a good thing.
Which is always absolutely. We had really engaged audiences, and of course we had
quite a number of filmmakers that joined us this year, which was good. We were glad that so many of them were able to come out and be there for their film screenings and to be there for the awards.
Yes, we had a really good award show, and I was going to say we had like, was it 60, 61, somewhere around there, just very impressive horror shorts of all genres, and so we were really happy to be able to showcase all of those this past year.
Yeah, all really well received by the audience.
Absolutely. They laughed, they cried, they were scared, they
felt every human emotion.
Awesome.
Absolutely,
everything.
Yes,
and some canine ones. It was weird. We couldn't understand.
Yeah.
So we actually have a guest here. In connection with the screening room, and shall we bring him on?
Yes, let's do that.
All righty. S.H. Stewart, how are you?
You are on mute.
Oh, well.
There we go.
There we go.
Loud and clear. Awesome. Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Props to your Blade Runner poster back there.
Oh, thank you. You saw that little puppy back there. Yeah, thank you.
Certainly did. So you got accepted into the screening room, and Eric and Amanda led the team that filtered all of the entries, and you made the cut. How did that feel?
So that in itself already felt amazing getting into the festival. Then, unfortunately, I only got to stay for one day. I was at Midsummer on Saturday, and I felt great getting the initial news. It felt even it felt almost humbling to see the actual films that we were accepted along with. You look at some of the competition, and it was just unreal. Every short I saw at the festival had excellent merit. If it wasn't beautifully shot, and most of them were, then they had these really great stories or these really wonderful performances. There were a number of ones I saw, especially in our block. There were some that just had unbelievable performances from a whole range of actors from a whole bunch of different countries. We had that was the other really cool thing about the festival, was seeing how many were international entries. We had one from the UK and one from, I believe, Mexico in our block. And then looking at the other blocks, it was amazing to see how much participation there was, not just from the horror community in America, which we know is considerable, but around the entire world. So getting in was great. Actually, being there and seeing the company that our film was being kept with, that was another just incredible experience all on its own. And then we wound up, we found out a few days later, like I said, I wasn't able to come the next day. I wasn't able to be at the award show, which really bummed me out. But what was very cool after that was to see that we had won the audience award in our block, which was Creatures of the Night, kind of the monster block. We shared that award with The Thing That Ate the Birds, which was the UK submission. And just to be, again, especially seeing our audience, which was, we had a huge audience and they were so engaged and they were so into it. And it was hard to kind of gauge. It's like, okay, just, looking at each film, each one is excellent. And the audience is having a huge reaction to each one. And it's like, I feel like any one of these could walk away with that audience award.
Well, I was just going to say, and as you mentioned, the quality of the films in that block and the voting was very close among the films, as you can tell by virtue of the fact that you did finish in a tie. In addition to that, I want to point out that one of the other films from that block, Midnight Screams, was awarded the Jack-O-Lantern Award by our jury for Halloween Spirit. And so, it's 3 of the 4 films won awards out of that block, and I know we all wanted to find an award for Hunger as well.
Absolutely.
I loved Hunger. Like I was saying, when it comes to performances, the 2 kids. And anybody, who works in film knows that working with kids and getting really strong performances can sometimes be a challenge, especially when you're working on a smaller budget, especially when you're working with time constraints that a lot of short and indie filmmakers have to work with. The performances he got from the 2 kids in Hunger were unbelievable. Both the protagonist, who is extremely sympathetic and just, the second you saw him, you were concerned for him. And then his antagonist, the brother bully character, was just, he nailed it. And again, it was one of those where I was watching it, and I think that was the first one in the block. And I was like,
yeah,
that's a tough one to beat.
Well, yeah, we're really excited about the quality of films that we've been getting over the years here at the Screaming Room. We're always so excited when October rolls around and we start seeing the new films coming in for the next year.
Yeah,
and lots and lots of tough decisions. But sure. Your film was one that was really that the programming team really liked. We had a number of programmers that wanted to make sure that film got in there somewhere.
I think it got fought over in a few different
a little
blocks.
Bit, yeah. It was wanted in a couple different places.
Yeah.
I want to encourage infighting amongst the programming team. That is humbling to hear. That's very cool. Very cool.
We like to share. We like to showcase the films that we get at the Screaming Room, the films that we show there, and bring them into our horror movie night. So we always want to show off a film there, and so
horror movie night, you said?
Yes, horror movie night coming up on August 19th. Tickets available at thefreetocinema.org.
Yeah.
But for people who have been coming to horror movie night know that we always try to pair up just the right short to go with the feature that we're showing.
Absolutely.
And so when we were discussing what we wanted to show, and we really wanted to show something from this year because this was our first chance to showcase some of the new additions to our Screaming Room history here.
Yeah.
And it was very little discussion before we knew that your film had to be the one.
Yeah, there was no doubt
to go with us.
There is no doubt. We're very excited. We're always very excited, like Eric said, to showcase, because everybody works really hard on their art, and we really love and support it very, very much. And it will be fun to see it again on a big screen, on a bigger screen, unlike a theater screen,
an even bigger screen than what
it was on
at Midsummer Scream.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we just felt that your film ties in really well in so many ways to Alien, particularly the feelings of isolation and something being around there that you don't really know what it is or what's going on, and it ties it in. I mentioned to you at the Screaming Room a little bit that Alien is a very claustrophobic film, and yours is much more of an agoraphobic film, being out in the desert, out in the wide open space.
Yeah.
Which talk about reactions, and this was pre-award. Just even hearing those comparisons made is its own kind of incredible praise. As you can see, you know, I'm a fan of Ridley Scott. Specifically, I'm a huge fan of Alien. It's a major inspiration in all of my work, not just Dryland, but of course, also Dryland. And when I heard that, that was just, you know, that's the kind of comparison I would dream about, you know, putting something like Dryland out into the world, that would, that it would not only have the effect it was having, but such a specific intended effect. And then to hear the comparisons made to Alien, which is such a masterclass in exacting the fears that it specializes in, and that it's, you know, it covers a whole range of very intimate fears, and it does it with such precision. And of course, you know, just meticulous filmmaking and wonderful performances, and to hear that comparison made is nothing short of just, you know, amazing. I will take it. Absolutely. I'll take that comparison. And I can't wait for the screening on the 19th.
Well, we're really looking forward to showing it off, and we're glad that you're going to be able to join us
August 19th?
that night at the Frida Cinema. Yes, August 19th.
Yep, I will be there for sure.
Awesome.
And we invite you to stick around for the rest of the show. We have another guest coming up. Norm?
Yeah, you know, do you go by SH or Stewart?
So I go by SH, would be, I guess you can call me Sean. SH is, you know, like my signature, but that works too.
Got it. Okay, awesome.
Stewart. Some of my closest friends do go with Stewart, so feel free to go that route.
I'm like, what do you call that? I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, so, okay, excellent. Stick around, and we are moving on to our next segment here. Wow. Yeah, SH is cool. He's awesome, and I can't wait to meet him. I didn't get to meet him in person at Horror Movie Night, or the Screaming Room, so hopefully I will be able to meet him at Horror Movie Night.
Yeah, and his film is really fantastic. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
check it out.
My internet is terrible, but it's not as but his film is amazing. So
It is.
let's see here. Let's bring in our next guest, shall we?
Yes.
He is the gentleman behind the film of the devil, Mr. Kelton Jones. How are you, sir?
Hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming on.
Of course.
Now, can you do me a favor and tell us about the film of the devil?
Well, the general synopsis is it's a family that finds out that their young son has a rare brain cancer that's untreatable, and they're not given any hope, essentially, by the doctors, and so they're told about this mysterious surgeon in Mexico who uses a cross between spirituality and medicine to heal people, and has had good results, and so they make a trek out to go see the surgeon, and they come back with a demon inside their child. So he cures the cancer, but he ends up with a demon. And, you know, they spend the rest of the time trying to save him.
That's always the way.
Yeah, it's a trade-off, you know.
I mean, good and bad. And there you have the facts of life. So you actually also helped write the screenplay.
Yes.
So can you talk to me about where the idea maybe came from, or what inspired it?
So James Cullen Bresic approached me with, he had a treatment of, you know, he had the idea of the parents going to Mexico and the characters and you know, essentially like what he wanted to see happen in the film. And I was sort of tasked with sort of making it all come together and figure out why these things would happen and how these people are interacting and what their backstories and lives and what led them to this moment and a lot of those things. And so in writing the screenplay, I don't know if you've had a chance to check out the film or not, but in writing the screenplay, I had some personal stuff going on. My sister was actually terminal with cancer. She's since passed away, and my mother-in-law had dementia, and she was getting close to the end of her journey as well. And so a lot of that sort of filtered into the story. And so those things became very prevalent for me. So, in some ways, this is an exploration of the real horrors that we experience going through life. And horror for me has always been a way of helping people deal with strong, powerful emotions and dealing with mortality and those kind of issues. And so this script sort of offered me an opportunity to share that with people as well. So ultimately we try to make something that's a fun ride, but it's still based in this very real experience.
Well, first off, my condolences to you.
Thank you.
And but gratefully, we have this genre called horror that allows us to visit those nasty realities and kind of process.
Horror is the best therapy, really, I believe.
Well, okay, thank you. That's the quote of the night. Horror is the best therapy. Because, it's a genre that allows us to look around at the things that are really awful and kind of process them, right? Do you agree?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing. What was that?
My internet is terrible. I was just talking about, how, horror is a genre that allows us to kind of process the real horrors around us.
Yes.
And thank goodness we have that. Let's go ahead and bring in... Oh, before I do that, I have to talk to you about working with Eileen Dietz.
Eileen is a treasure. I'd met her at a film festival years before, and I was just immediately smitten with her. She's fantastic. And so when I had the opportunity to bring her on for this, I was really excited about it. And we had so much fun. I love Eileen. We hang out now. We go and have lunch, and we're good friends now.
She's so funny. She's just so genuine.
Yeah, she's great.
Let's go ahead and bring in everybody else here for. Let's see. Let's bring in everybody else from the other. Do you guys have any questions for Kelton?
I think you guys are on.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Yourself as well, yeah.
Those are all great questions. I haven't heard any.
Yeah, so if you could please answer those.
Okay. No. Yeah. No, all I wanted to mention was that it is available starting today, right, Kelton?
That is correct. So it's
okay.
on Amazon Prime.
Mention that. And are there specific streaming services it's on?
As far as I know, the only place I've seen it so far is Amazon Prime.
Okay.
But yeah, it's for rental, through their Prime Video.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, what did you want to ask?
Oh no, that was all.
No, whatever, Eric.
Wait a minute. In the private chat, speaking backstage, Kelton? Were you supposed to be at Midsummer?
Yeah, I was going to be there with Eileen, but we're still taking care of family concerns. So I'm actually in Texas right now.
Got it. Well, if ever you should want to pop into Horror Movie Night or Midsummer, just let us know.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I was actually going to go in with Eileen and just hang out with her and keep her company for a while on her booth. And my son performed in one of the haunted houses. So we're my whole family. We're a big horror family.
Well,
nice.
Which one? Cool. Which one was he in?
I'm not sure actually. I don't know because I didn't get a chance to go to it. But my other son was supposed to be in the Zombie Joe's show, and then he got cast doing creature work on a film, so he wasn't able to do that. But he's doing a lot of stuff with Zombie Joe's. I don't know if you're familiar with their work. So brilliant, so bizarre.
Oh yes.
I was able to. I had the honor of moderating a panel, a retrospective on their past 30 years. So
nice.
Huge fan. So
yeah, they're great. We just went to see their show, and one of the nights Doug Jones was there watching the show, And another night, Alan Tudyk was there. And so I'm just geeking out in the audience going, wow, these are people that I look up to, and they're watching my kids perform and like that.
Wow.
That was pretty cool.
Wow.
I need to go on those nights, Norm. Norm, arrange those nights for me to go.
I'll figure it out right now.
Figure it out.
I swear, it's like I'm in strobe right now because my video is it lagging on your end? Because it's lagging on my end.
Yeah, but
you're a little frozen.
But we can hear you at least.
Yeah, okay.
So that's fine. It's a little Max Headroom like.
I'm going to do a really weird. I know, right? I'm going to do a really weird pose, and later we're going to see it. Like, okay, so,
I think they're bringing back Max Headroom. You might be in the running.
Oh, you know what? I might. Anyway,
Max your life now. Max Headroom.
Oh my God. Okay, so also, Kelton, isn't it true that you won the audience award for Swarm?
No, that's not Kelton.
No. Well, it was SH.
Yes. Well, that his cinematographer, right? Andy.
What's that?
Sorry, are you guys referring to?
Yes.
For Dryland, your cinematographer.
Oh, for Dryland, yeah, my cinematographer.
Andy, right, made the short film Swarm.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
which won the audience award for the supernatural scares block at last year's Midsummer Scream.
That's I think Andy. I haven't been able to connect with him specifically post Midsummer, but like I want to confirm with him. You're like 2-time running champ now. You got a reputation to uphold at Midsummer, man.
And not like we're gonna put any pressure on the two of you, but
Pressure. So yes.
Don't be worried about
that.
But that's why we're hoping if there's any way he's able to come and join you on the 19th as well, that'd be great to
absolutely. And I think the plan currently is definitely for him to be there. So yeah, we should both be there on the 19th for sure.
Sweet. So we're running out of time. I hate doing this. I mean, I could sit here and chat for another hour, but so Kelton, let us know again where we can find Of the Devil and how we can connect with you online.
Well, I'm on Instagram, Kelton Jones Official, and Of the Devil is actually showing as of today on Amazon. So if you have an Amazon account, I think it's renting for like $3.99, I think $4.99 in HD or whatever. But it's a fun ride. If you haven't seen it, it's intense. It was a really fun movie that we actually made with our friends and our family. My wife was a producer, and my kids helped me make it, and they're in it, and our friends, and we have an amazing cast, like phenomenal performances, and it's fun.
Well, thank you again for hanging out with us.
Sure.
SH, how can we see Dryland if we weren't at Midsummer Scream, and how can we find you on social?
Yeah, so it's still doing the festival rounds now. It's going to be at the one festival coming up. We've got Chicago Horror Film Festival. That's going to be in September. And then, of course, we've got on the 19th, we've got Horror Movie Night, which is just going to be, I'm going to recommend that one as definitely one of the coolest screenings on the horizon, the ability to see Dryland not just on a big screen, but with one of the greatest horror films ever put to film. So that's going to be August 19th at the Frida Cinema. Very excited about that. And you can find me, my social, I'm on Instagram at s.h._Stewart. You can find me on there.
Excellent. Eric and Amantha.
Yes.
Yes.
Where can we
say
find
us? Where can you find us? At our house. We'll have little bits from Wooden Soap.
Wooden Soap.
Wooden Soap.
August 18th. You can find us at the Frida Cinema.
I like
everybody.
Yes, and all the usual stuff: the dum-dums, the
pumpkin
patch, drink, the pre-show, all of our usual
the fun,
stuff,
the excitement, all of it.
But make sure to get tickets now. You don't want it to sell out.
Do not, no.
And then
you're
stuck on the outside.
I ran into a friend. They're like, "Oh, I need to buy my tickets," and I was like, "Yeah, you might want to do that."
You might want to do that. Yes.
So anyway, you guys, Kelton, SH, Eric, Amantha, thank you so much for being a part of HorrorBuzz Live tonight. And thank you to all our viewers. Please like and subscribe if you feel the need, and I think you do. And yeah, we're ramping up, guys. So we're getting into the spooky season. So with that, I will bid you adieu, and we will see you in the fog. Oh, fog hands, go.